Good morning. Well, the topic the last few days has been the Venezuelan gangs in Chicago, and there's been a few videos on TikTok that have shown gang members breaking into apartment buildings in Aurora, Colorado, and videos popping up of the same Venezuelan guy, him and his buddy, walking down O Block in Chicago, which everybody knows you don't just walk down O Block in Chicago. It's a good way for you to get shot, hemmed up in some kind of way. And these dudes are walking around like, what are they gonna do? We're doing it right now. What are they gonna do? And they're walking down O Block, recording themselves. There was another fellow that stitched the Gage Park incident where somebody pulled up to one of these Venezuelan guys, the illegals that was staying out there in the shelter, but he was at Gage Park and he was walking down the side street. A car pulled up and just blew this dude away. No warning, no nothing. Some guy stitched that video and said, hey, look, we're just giving you a warning right now. More of this type of stuff is going to happen if you don't stop. If you're not about anything, you're not about no clicks, starting problems or anything, keep to yourself. If you're going to try to start problems or whatever, we're going to nip this in the bud. So there's already been warnings put out from people, and there's already been videos floating around here in Chicago now of the shenanigans that's about to kick off, that could possibly kick off. I know that a lot of shit gets made up, and I think the thing from Colorado was blown out of proportion because there was an independent reporter that actually went out to that apartment building area and filmed it, and they said, you guys don't understand, there's slumlords out that manage all this out here. There's slumlords that put all this housing and stuff together and then don't care about the people that live here. So they kind of entice and aggravate this type of atmosphere here. And she met up with somebody outside their parking area outside the apartments, and she actually asked the girl, she's a white girl in this mixed neighborhood. The white girl that was standing there, the reporter was asking questions to, said, no, the type of stuff that happens here in this part of Aurora, Colorado, it's that even the people here said that it wasn't Venezuelan gangs or whatever. It was just a group of people that were mixed. It looked like from different areas that were up to no good, that was here causing mischief. And because the majority of them looked Hispanic, they automatically got labeled as these Venezuelans are here breaking in the apartment buildings. Well, that I think was probably true, but that turned into spreading rumors all over the United States, and now people are daring and egging things on and trying to push these Venezuelans to do things that they may not even be doing, but because of social media and because of bad reporting, they're trying to egg this type of reaction on to where they react to it and something bad happens. Now, until last night, I didn't really see anything happening in Chicago. Yesterday, that looked like a phony article that was put out by a couple smaller news companies talking about how Venezuelans took over a courtyard in an apartment building or something in Chicago. And then I went to go look and see who was covering it, and not a single major media outlet, not even Fox News, nobody was covering it. But there was a couple independent sources that was covering it. So then I said, I'm going to go track down and see what's going on with this. Well, it all led back to a TikTok video where somebody recorded a line of white Ford Transit vans with police lights on it underneath like the train tracks in Chicago, all lined up in a row with their lights on. And they're saying 32 Venezuela, this is the 911 call for. And that all that stuff is, those 911 calls, a lot of them are all AI generated. They just type the words in and then it reads it back. And then they create a video and stuff to put it over, or they already have a video that they can stitch the audio into, and they just make it seem like it's real. Well, that incident turned into people thinking that it was real and starting to spread hate and everything else. And now you got dudes walking around on O Block saying, "We're here. Where you guys at?" Now you got people issuing warnings and stuff, telling people like, you come and try this shit, we're going to come after you, we got switches and all this other stuff, all because of a couple made up stories that made things 1,000% worse. It's sick. Absolutely sick. We'll see what happens from it. What are you guys thinking about this? Isn't it crazy how all this happens and then just a couple fake made up stories can lead into so much anger and devastation, and now people threatening to fight each other and hurt each other and pull guns on each other. Absolutely ridiculous. And people have to be smarter than what they're seeing. They have to be able to look into it and tell when something is fake or not fake. And both of those stories you can tell were not legit stories. But they became legit stories after they were made up. Anyhow, I'll catch y'all later. Be careful out there. Be blessed.